Welcome back. In the part 2 of time value of money, 50. As I told you, the value of money received today is more than the value of same amount received in after a certain time period. The value of money is not constant because of the market conditions. Market conditions are dynamic. It is changing continuously. Because of this reason, the value of money is also changing with the time period. The money received you will receive today is not equivalent to the money received after a certain time period. The value of 1 rupee is not equivalent to the value of 1 rupee after 1 year. That's why it is said that the value of money is not constant, and because of this reason I have told you the two concepts which are used for calculating the time value of money. The time value of money you can use the two techniques for calculating the time value of money. First is the future value or the compounding technique. Second is the present value or the discounting technique. In the future value, you can calculate the value. Suppose you have to invest in FDs or in any of the instrument for the 5 years time period, 6 years time period, for whatever the time period you have decided. So that in that case you can use the future value for calculating the return on your investment. But the discounting technique or present value technique is different from this. The present value technique, value of the present cash flow, is another important requirement, because whenever you have to make the investment for the future purpose, you can use the future value technique. But when you have to make the investment, when you have to calculate the present value, it is again important for comparing your present value with the future value, and that will make your wise decision and rational decision for comparing both the values. In some cases you have to use the future value, as I told you. In last example we have given compounding technique about the purchase of a house. This is the case of the future value. But when you have to use the present value technique, it is again important. Present value is used to compare your present value with the future value. Whenever we have to take the decision, any kind of project, or we have discussed in the beginning, when you have remember that the discussion of the during fundamental concepts of the time value of money, or it is important, you have to take the decision regarding with any of the project. I have told you that ultimately the objective of any organization is to increase the value of the firm, value maximization, wealth maximization, which is not possible without the present value technique. In the present value technique, you will calculate the present value of your future amount to be received, the amount to be received in the future. This is the formula for calculating the present value of a single payment or the single amount. Whenever you are receiving the amount after 1 year, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, you will calculate the present value of that. Either you are getting the return on that or not. Suppose a shareholder invested 100 rupees in a share today, and after 1 year, if the company will provide him 150 rupees as a return on investment, so whatever the amount he has earned on that, 50 rupees, and that can be calculated if you know the present value of that and if you know the future value of that. So both the techniques are important to know to compare either the investor or the project leader or the company is getting the return or getting the profit or getting the benefit on the projects or not. This is the formula of calculating the present value of technique. In financial management, it is very important for the investors, for the shareholders to make the decision about the investment. Either their investments are giving the return on that or not. Here we can see one problem of the present value of single amount. Rudy will retire in 20 years. This year he wants to fund an amount of rupees 15,000 to be available in 20 years. How much does he have to deposit in a pension plan earning 7% annually? So what he has to receive that amount after 20 years. What amount he wants to receive? 15,000, and you have to calculate the present value of that. How much he has to deposit in the pension fund plan to get the 15,000 after 20 years. So here we can see some of the values. The future value is what? 15,000, and the rate of interest is 7% here, and the number of years 20. So we have calculated the present value, that is 3,876 approximately. If we invest in the pension fund plan, he will get 15,000 rupees after 20 years. So this is what here you can just make the plan according to that. Here Rudy is doing what he is doing. He is making the plan what amount he has to invest to get the 15,000 rupees after 20 years as per his need. So this decision can be taken, this kind of decision can be taken by the any of the investor, any of the shareholder, or the company to make the decision either their investment should be made or not, or what amount he has to invest to get the expected return. Future value is what? It is based on estimation. The present value is the actual value. So both the techniques are important for calculating for measuring the financial plan, for deciding the financial strategies, financial plan, or investment criteria. So thank you so much. In next video I will discuss about the annuity. Here we have seen the future value and the present value technique and their solution, but it is related with the single amount only. In next video I will discuss about the annuity plan. I will stop here this video. Thank you so much. In next video, meet you in next video with the annuity tables. Thank you.